Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 188. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, CatDog Joe has dug up DOSGAMES /sports/high. I guess some kind of like high school football or baseball or not high roller? Wait, what? That would be almost more in line with like gambling. So then what would that be doing in the sports folder? I don't know. These Softkey people were weird with this. Okay, well, we don't have any text files. At least not obviously, so high roller. And that immediately skipped past something, and now it just says if I want sound effects. Okay. Sure. Would you like instructions? Sure. So, high roller, professional craps. So, that would be the casino game, obviously. Welcome to High Roller, realistic Las Vegas craps table. Standing beside a crowded craps table at Aoki's Casino on the Strip. Shooter has just finished a hot roll and everyone at the table has made a small fortune. You hand 5 crisp $100 bills to the dealer, who acknowledges the transaction with a change 500 and passes the money to the boxman to the count. The dealer deposits a stack of white, red, green, and black chips on the table before you. Okay, so we're gonna be playing some craps, I guess. So I'm aware of most of the rules. I've never actually gotten really into this before, so I don't know all the rules. I do know that the idea is you're either trying to roll 7 or 11 under most conditions, except after you've rolled once you've rolled a particular number, then you'd want to roll that number again without rolling a 7 or 11. So, but again, what the heck is this doing in the sports folder? I don't understand. Because like there is a folder for cards and dice game on the CD. So what's it doing in here? It's like, unless you consider gambling a sport. Okay, so here we go. So I've got options I can select between here. So yeah, it's basically, you basically just use the left and right keys as well as the enter key to select things. It's telling me to select a bet. I'm not entirely certain which to bet here. I'm guessing this is like, yeah, because it's got odds, field, place, big 6-8. Oh, that just gave me an error message saying disabled for shareware version. So it looks like despite this game apparently being from 85, from an Aoki software technology, it's apparently shareware. Yeah, it's not allowing me to do any of these things, so I guess just roll dice. Okay. Because I'm not sure how to select the bet though. Oh, you have to use the F2 through F9 keys to select a bet. I don't remember seeing that in the instructions. So how much? 50? So roll dice. Nope. Okay. It's still going for another 5, I think. So okay, interesting. So the F keys are actually selecting the things at the bottom there. Whoops. And escape is insta-quit. Okay, so it seems like the only options you have are the 2 basic betting options, whether you actually successfully make a roll or don't successfully make a roll. So, oh, okay. 7 on the first roll, that'll do it. Because I had to restart the program, right? So, let's make another one. And roll dice. Okay. So now the goal is bet more on the other lines if I want to, or just try to see if I can get another 8. So roll dice. Nope, that's 7. Wait, new shooter. Wait, is it running between like multiple different players? Interesting. Okay, so it seems to me here that... Oh, that's 2 7s in a row. It seems to me here that the way this works is that it's keeping a different reserve for each shooter. And so every time you, every time the shooter is done with, then it moves on to another one with a different $500 to play. At least that's the vibe I'm getting here. Although, yeah, now I'm back to the 550 here. Unless it's switching between 2 different shooters. I don't know. This is not playing exactly as I expected it to. Okay, I think I've had enough of this one, because this is not... Out of all the various gambling games out there, Craps is not one of the ones that I'm particularly interested in. So, at least it gives you a bit of a... what do you call it? Averaging from what you did during the game? I don't know. About what? Yeah, so this high roller game is $15. I guess for an 85 or 86 game, I forget which it was, this is, well, it's not impressive by today's standards by any stretch, but for that time, this would have been fairly advanced. So for $15 back then, yeah, that wouldn't have been too bad, if this is your kind of gambling game. Next up, Anonymous Freak has dug up DOSGAMES /arcade3/Trez135. Well, probably something to do with treasure, I'm gonna guess. In fact, that's pretty much what we got. Treasure.exe and treasure.man. Although I'm guessing man probably stands for manual, so let's see what happens if I try to load it in edit. Yep, exactly what I expected. Documentation for Treasure, version 1.35. Copyright 90-92, Sydney Willett. Used with the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons gaming system. Interesting. So we got something AD&D related here. Treasure is a treasure generation program for use with AD&D. 2nd edition automates the random generation of treasure for dungeon masters, greatly increasing the speed and subsequently the enjoyability of DMing. So yeah, basically this is just a lot of information about what the program can do in terms of what kinds of randomization it can do. I'm not seeing anything in here about registration or anything though. Oh, hang on. Here in distribution policy, we have treasure is hereby freely given to the public domain. Small and reasonable fee may be charged by user groups for non-profit reimbursement of disc copying and distribution. If you declare something as public domain, then you can't really restrict what people can do with that. Otherwise, you're back to freeware, but I don't know. As I said, this was back at a time when a lot of people didn't understand these concepts very well. But let's see what this program can do. Treasure generator. Let's go into it. So we got an art gallery, gems galore, the old magic shop, and the treasure room. And apparently we can configure the program. Has a printer port thing, so I'm guessing you can probably print results if you want to. Oh, it also has a little thing where you can just pull a whole bunch of random dice rolls right from a table here. So like it just did like a whole table worth of dice here. So one die, it says 1 dice, but it's supposed to be 1 die rolls, 2 dice rolls, 3 dice rolls, all the way up to 10 dice at a time. And that did it for combinations of D4s all the way up to D100s. Because yeah, rolling 10 D100s makes sense. D100 is basically a ball. It's not exactly the easiest thing to roll. And yeah, you can do roll again to get all kinds of different combinations. It's only showing the total value. It'd be kind of nice if you could actually see individual dice. So there's a specified dice roll here. So if I said like 6d6 plus 0, And I can just hit roll again as many times as I want. It still doesn't show me each individual die, but, you know, at least it is generating proper numbers that way. Okay, so let's check out some of these other sections here. We got art gallery, number of art objects, let's say 4. So 1 is an art object worth 70 gold, 2 of them are worth 500, and 1 of them is worth 3,000. Apparently we can roll those again. Interesting. So I'm guessing it's probably taking particular value chances in terms of rarity into account to determine these gold values. Let's try something different. What about the treasure room? Treasure type A to Z. I don't actually know what that means. Let's just say C, and let's just say 8 of them. So that gave us 20,000 copper pieces, 17,000 silver pieces, 5 gems, precious gems at 500 gold each, and then 3 art objects, a mace at 500 experience, and a scroll that's protection from poison. Okay. And if we roll that again, we get totally different things. Oh, we got gloves of missile snaring. Ooh, there's some Electron. I actually know what that is. And then a scroll of couple scrolls of priest spells, fairy fire and fire trap, and then man-sized scale mail +2. So yeah, apparently this program does have quite the database in it to be able to generate this kind of stuff. Those Z-type treasures apparently get really valuable. Rod of Lordly Might with 46 charges. Oh boy. I'm wondering if some of these are actually possible now, because we've got like a horn of goodness that happens to be evil. Like, is that even possible? Or is this just the randomization not taking a special case into account? And we also have a Ring of Protection, +4 on AC, +2 to saving throws. Like, that doesn't sound simple to generate. And yeah, some of these are definitely getting pretty complicated, because we have here a Spear +2 with an intel apparently of semi-empathy. It has an alignment of chaotic evil, and its primary abilities are detect elevator shifting and room walls in a 10-foot radius, with intelligence 12, ego 3, and dominance 15. Like, how in the world do you randomly decide to make something like that? Like, I mean, clearly the rules to randomly generate something like that exist. It's just, this program seems to be taking care of that really simply. So yeah, basically the way it looks is you can either limit yourself to generating art objects, gems, or spells, or just random treasure in general. So if we wanted like 12 gems right here with a base value, or just 0 for random base value, and there we go, we got a semi-precious and 11 fancy. Or we could roll it again, we get 10 ornamental at 10 and 2 ornamental at 13. Or in this case, it just generated us 12 regular gems. Go figure. So yeah, this was the AD&D treasure generator. For a free program, this is extremely powerful. So I would imagine a lot of people still playing AD&D 2nd edition would want to get their hands on this. And our last take for today comes from Eli Malinsky, DOSGAMES /arcade2 /Havoc 13. Some kind of game called Havoc, I'm guessing. Well, that's all we have to go on. There's a file ID.diz though, so let's type it out. Electron Havoc version 1.3 arcade game. Requires VGA and mouse. Shoot tracers at your opponent while using gravity pockets to guide your missiles. Oh, that doesn't sound simple. Electron Havoc version 1.3 by John Shromko? Oh. Well, this is another game that I think we've seen before. So I did a check, and if we have seen this game before, it's not coming up in the list of Shovelware Diggers videos that have showed up before, so I could have swear we've seen this before, though. In any case, you and your opponent have been kidnapped and shrunk by the evil Dr. Quark and forced to fight in a molecular arena for his perverse amusement. Your only weapon is, what else, an electron gun. Use the left mouse button to set the charge velocity and to change your location. Use fire when ready. You can select between infinite space, ricochet, and edge detonate modes, as well as toggling sound. So it kind of sounds like it's going to be like... Oh yeah, and the mouse cursor is very limited right now to where it can move. So yeah, I'm almost positive I've seen this before, but I just can't remember. I can't figure out which video it was in. And apparently the only oh wait, there we go. So we can relocate ourselves. And hope that the electron... Well, no, our electrons would be negatively charged. And if those are protons, they'd be pulled towards them. Let's see what happens. It went right into it. And then, so now it's the other player's turn. We move it down here with way more velocity. And that didn't work. So yeah, maybe if I go up like that and then try firing. I almost hit myself with that one. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be particularly easy to figure out like where to make shots and everything. Nope, that's still not working so well. I think the blue player is about to get the red player though. Yep, blue wins. Okay, so that was Electron Havoc. That was, as I said, I think we've seen this before, but I don't remember when and where or how or any of that. But as you can see, it's a very simple game. You just move up and down, fire electrons at each other, and yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Oh, and the registration fee for the program is apparently $10. So, was it worth $10? I wouldn't pay $10 for this program, but maybe if someone really liked that kind of electron, gravitation, magnetism type game, then maybe. The only trouble is there's only 2 players. There's not really a lot to it, so yeah. Like, I mean, it's a different take on the artillery game genre, but yeah, very basic.